Did you find those men? Well, it's good to see you're all right then. They must have been crazy or desperate, trying to take on the Freestar Rangers. So who were they? And why do they want my farm? They say the Rangers always get their man, so to speak. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I can't thank you enough. I'd hate to be remembered as the wagoner who couldn't hold on to the farm that's been in the family for so long. Of course. All the same, I'm grateful.
If you have any more trouble, give us a call. We're in system, so it won't take long to get someone out here. All right, Deputy. Let's get back to the rock. We need to report this to the Marshal.
And you make armor too. Of course you do.
Greetings, Captain.
There was a small bit of dust on your shoulder. How dare it try to spoil perfection? But don't worry, I blew it off.
Been saving up to make a trip out to Paradiso one of these days. Supposed to be just breathtaking. The Collective's about opportunity. No hulking bureaucracies bossing you around. Living life how you want. Sure. Got some items worth looking at.
Landing on new planets like this never gets old.
Hey, deputy.
It's really an honor to be able to help out.
What's the story on Montero Luna?
That call we got from Wagoner Farm turned out to be a little more interesting than I was expecting. Some men were trying to run the Wagoners off their land. They tried to buy it first, but when that didn't work, they turned to threats. We confronted them, and unfortunately, it came to violence. None of them survived.
You helped someone in need and came back alive. That's a job well done. For the time being, yes, but you could still be in danger. That's why we need to fill in some blanks. What did you make of these men who were trying to take the farm? If that's true, then someone must have hired them. Now, did you find anything that might give us a lead on why these men wanted the farm? Hope Tech ships ain't exactly cheap. That thief could probably tell us a lot about these men you ran into.
There's something else. They were dressed in Freestar militia uniforms. The unit badge was yellow on black with the number 1. They also said something about being forgotten. They seemed bitter about it, resentful. Didn't you fight in the Colony War, Marshal? Any of that sound familiar?
The 1st Cavalry. I was in that unit for a while. But it was disbanded decades ago. After the Battle of Nera. What was left of it, anyway. The war between the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective? Worst conflict the settled systems has ever seen. Each side unleashed terrible weapons on the other. And countless people died. The armistice was signed 20 years ago. But a lot of folks still bear their scars. I suppose it ain't impossible, but it's real damn unlikely. The unit was pretty much wiped out, and the few that survived ended up in prison after a court-martial for disobeying orders. I don't recall how long the sentence was. The 1st Cavalry lost almost all their mechs and soldiers in a big push to take a United Colonies base. They were just about there when a ceasefire order came down. Both sides had just lost too much by then. It was a bloodbath. The commanding officer of the 1st disobeyed the order. He didn't want the lives of his soldiers to be sacrificed for nothing. They court-martialed him, and the rest of the surviving officers, and locked them all up. Hell, it's our only lead. The Hope Tech factory is in Hope Town on Polvo. Nia Kalu's our ranger stationed out there. She can introduce you to Ron Hope, the president of Hope Tech. He might be able to help you find the thief. Just make sure you stay on his good side. He's on the Council of Governors, and they're the ones we answer to. The ruling body that oversees the Freestar Collective and the Rangers. The council members are the political and corporate elite of the Freestar Collective, so we have to tread lightly when we're dealing with them. Proud, stubborn, and smart. A self-made man. He built Hope Tech through blood, sweat, and sheer willpower. Good. The last thing I need is the council breathing down my neck. This is your assignment now, Deputy. Work with the other Rangers. Find out what you can about those men on Montera Luna. Meantime, I'll look into a possible connection with the 1st Cavalry. Good hunting.
Nicely done.
You thirsty? Got all sorts of booze. And other stuff, if you don't like the hard. Pull up a seat, friend. Let's see what you fancy.
We got a lot
This
of bars
here's the
in
best
city.
bar in town.
All class
Safest,
joints.
too.
Well,
How can I help?
except Aki's.
Ah, it's not mine. I just work here. Yeah, I guess technically the city owns it, but it's really the Freestar Rangers' place more than anyone else's. But yeah, I'm happy to work here. The pay's decent, but it's also the safest job I've ever had. I know the place looks huge, but we don't actually have rooms for rent. The upper floors of the Rock are all occupied by the Freestar Rangers. The place you're looking for is the Stone Root Inn. That's in Midtown. Sad to see you go. You come back, all right?
You should try Phil Burns beer. It's brewed in the city, and it ain't bad.
I think the marshal was right about you.
Well, hey there.
Need something? What is it? Just about the hardest way possible. I had, shall we say, a checkered past. Rangers caught me dead to rights and offered a deal. Leniency if I helped take down my, criminal associates. So I took the deal. It's real touch and go, but a lot of bad guys went down. Why, yes I was. Not a half bad one either. Might have gotten a little too cocky, tempted fate too many times, but mainly, I underestimated the Rangers. Big mistake. No friends of mine. Truth be told, barely had a choice to work for them. But they were behind bars, and so was I. But I served my sentence. Searched the dark recesses of the soul. I realized the only time I felt genuinely good about myself was working with the Rangers. So after a parole for the very best of behaviors, I nagged the Rangers night and day until they gave me a chance. Haven't looked back since. Well, if you're asking me to toot my own horn, I will oblige. I'm a senior ranger. I coordinate all manner of things, great and small, for our outfit. If you've ever seen the mission board, that's my baby. Being that you're one of us, might be worth checking out the mission board. Credits to be made, justice to be served. Adios.
You did good out there.
A year or two back, I shared a drink with Ron Hope. That man can drink.
Hiya. Good to see you. That's it then?
Sure, Laredo makes some good guns, but if you want a range of manufacturers to choose from, my shop will serve you better. I don't do payment plans or lines of credit, and I don't sell to shady individuals. If you can handle that, your money's welcome here. More than a few, yeah. Unless you're up in the core, life around here ain't easy. Folks can find their way into all kinds of trouble. I've had no end of desperate souls come through that door in search of a way out. I know it ain't technically my fault when someone buys one of my guns and starts shooting up the town, but I still don't feel great about it. Hopefully you ain't one of those kind. Just so you know, keep it to self-defense.
Chunks is such an eyesore in Aquila. But, well, I can go for some chunks.
Okay, let's all just take a breath here. We all want to protect people from the Ashta. We're on the same side here.
The hell with that. This ain't the way things are done, and that's the end of it.
With due respect, I have repeatedly explained that I do not need permission. I came to you in the spirit of cooperation, but if this is the reaction...
Always! Why you trying to fix something that ain't broke?
Mr. Wilson, we can deal with the Ashta better, safer. We didn't turn down fire or space flight because we managed just fine until that point.
I will not be talked down to like this.
Okay. Miss Alpin, please don't take any further action until we've had some time to think this over. All right?
We need to be smarter, better in the way we handle the Ashta.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong.
Ecology. My research could open up more of Aquila to settlement. In time.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet.
The Rock might have some work for someone like you.
You heard of the Elios Retreat? Supposed to be some new age healing center for reforming criminals or whatever. Going up in Ixal too. I'm not holding my breath.
Got a call, someone's power kept going out. Know what it was? A heat leech as long as my leg. Ugh! If you're looking for work...
Take a look around. It's a good bet I've got something you need. I want to do your business quick. The Rangers plan on dropping by for an order soon. Well, all kinds of things. What are you looking for?
All right, let's get back to that bank vault. Take it easy.
I get all kinds in here. I'll say right up front that if you're short on... exhausted, more like. It's just me running things here. Makes for some real long work days. Of course, that's in addition to the special orders, trade contracts, and supply arrangements that I deal with on a daily basis. I also work with the Council of Governors, the Trade Authority, the Freestar Rangers, you name it. Feels like I'm providing a service to the city while trying to run a business. So yeah, I don't get a lot of sleep. Here, browse to your heart's content.
Mr. Tate, he's a rail tech, has been trying to organize something for the folk of the stretch. He's a good man.
I'll see you around. Well, look who it is. How are the settled systems treating you? Make any enemies yet? Choosing to act is what puts you in conflict with others. It's not about how pure the intentions are. Once you start making a real impact on the universe, there's always more and more people who end up on the losing side of your decisions. Someone always gets hurt. Now you sound like one of the factions. I'm sure both the United Colonies and the Freestar Collective think they're making things better, but that didn't stop them from going to war. I guess that's just the nature of things, isn't it? People start by thinking they're doing the right thing, and then your version of what's right collides with someone else's. But it doesn't last. See, that's my point. Even if everyone is benefiting, some people are benefiting more than others. And then eventually someone thinks it's time to rebalance the scales. Better to just let people be. A single person achieving their own ends is at least honest. Helping people is just another form of control. Ah, there I go again. I was in danger of waxing philosophical last time, and now I'm knee-deep in it. I should stop while I'm ahead. I'll catch you around. I go all over the settled systems. Might run into you again. I'm just waiting on something. Don't mind me.
The hitching post aims to be the best damn bar in town. So how can I help you?
Excuse me. Is your ship in need of a doctor? Or a botanist? I might be able to help. I trained to be a surgeon at the Corps, but I know a lot about rongoa and internal medicine too. My parents are doctors. I grew up learning from them. Really? That's great! I'm looking forward to the adventure. I've never left Aquila City before. Oh. Let me think about that.
You don't know what you're talking about. Look, I'd like to help, but... In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for.
I know my worth. I won't work for that little.
Wait, where are you going?
I'm proud to say this is Aquila City's newest establishment.
Hello there. It's been a long time since I saw a new face at the hitching post. Did you just come from the spaceport? Aye, Captain. I am not surprised. You have the look of a starfarer. Do you employ a crew? I'd be happy to offer you my services as a mechanic. I have experience working on traveling ships. Excellent. I am not a greedy man, but I have a family to provide for. Can you offer a fair salary? Are you asking me for a discount? I am glad you understand the position I am in here. You may think so, but I do not. Do not think I am desperate or anything, but you do have a point. I will make this work, but I won't accept any less. That is one way to end a conversation.
We need to be smarter, better.
Let's get bean or herbs. Good for you.
Could I get the digital copy of the things I buy here?
No.
What? Why not?
I sell books. Physical books.
Space is a premium on my ship. If I could download it to my slate, I could have a whole library.
There are places you can go for that, ma'am. Just not my shop. Good day.
Wait, can't we?
We're done here.
People so damn touchy about digital books.
Feel free to read. This is a haven for all that love letters. So many books to read in so little time. I am a bit of an aficionado of old Earth novels. Well, truth be told, it's more of an obsession. Reading their stories is a revelation, not only for, the pure imagination, but the window you get into long-gone historical eras. I'll pay handsomely for any books you find like that. Except Charles Dickens. Definitely not Charles Dickens. Oh, nothing wrong at all. When colonists were forced to leave Earth for good, cargo space was precious, and for some reason, everyone thought to bring their Charles Dickens collection. No, I mean, he was an amazing writer. His stories are timeless, but what I'd give for a copy of Sense and Sensibility, or The Three Musketeers, oh! The original Three Musketeers, mind you, not the dozens of interpretations of it. Who doesn't? Movies, slates, theater, all have their appeal. But books, you can get a window to mankind in its earliest days. Whether adventure with Homer, or the actual thoughts of Julius Caesar penned in his own hands. And they offer visions of the future and wonderfully impossible things and might-have-beens. So, yeah, I do like books. Take your time. If you ever find an old Earth printing of City of God, I have been looking for it for ages. Omega the Last Days. Huh. I can't say I've heard of it, but this looks fascinating. I hope this suffices. I know what I'm reading tonight. Let me see. I'm afraid there's nothing you have that interests me. Certainly.
About this mythical vacation.
Just let me drink in peace.
Oh, I'm sorry. We'll go. We'll go. Just need to find a time.
I was thinking... Neon?
Neon? They're barely a part of the Freestar Collective.
So we're getting political now?
Hopetown's not that different from Aquila. Hard workers, and everyone making their own way. But Neon?
But it could be so much fun.
I feel for the folk in the stretch.
Everything's legal.
Try and give a credit or two to the Low House when they...
We'll talk about it later. My mother always said that the secret to happiness is to learn to love where you are. She was a wise woman.
Keeping the inn running smoothly keeps me hopping.
The Stone Root Inn is an Aquila City fixture. You do yourself a disservice if you don't stay here at least once. We got a full menu for you.
Hey. I'm looking for work.
All right.
You hiring?
Always painting too rosy a picture, though.
Trust me, you'd be getting a bargain. Why is that? In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for. I get the feeling you're trying to stiff me. Stop. I don't want to hear it. Come on, any cheaper and we're bordering on charity.
A lot of famous people visit Aquila. Popping back a beer, you never know who you'll meet.
find something good.
Late one night, Annie Wilcox tried to arrest me for public indecency. She'll be a terror when she does it.
Robots are a force amplifier for farm production. One day we'll crack sophisticated AI, only a matter of time.
Ugh, I hate instantly putting on the pounds like this.
My husband. I think he would have liked what I've done here. He so loved books. War of the Worlds. Need I say more? Here, take my money. I almost want to close up the shop. Oh. I'm afraid there's nothing you have that I don't already have. Sorry. It's so nice to have a visitor. Take care.
Finally, there's a church in Akira City.
people have no idea what we do to keep them safe.
Friend, I gotta confess, I'm not much in the mood for conversation. I know, I shouldn't let that woman get up under my skin, but, well, I can't seem to help it. Girl comes in here with her big ideas about how we defend our city, no respect for the way we've done things for years. No worries about the possible consequences, and expect us to thank her for making our lives more difficult. I tell you, I've never seen entitlement like that. Not a shred of awareness in her. It's shocking is what it is. Look, this ain't New Atlantis. It ain't all flowers and chirping birds out there. These walls around us, they're here for a damn good reason. I've trained the guards here for years, again, for a damn good reason. We get it wrong, we not watching all the time, then the ash to kill innocent people. That's the simple reality of the situation. So when someone struts into town with their untested ideas on how to do things better than those of us who dedicated our lives to protecting the city, that don't go over so well. I don't know, some technical mumbo-jumbo about sensors and behavior predictions. That's not the point. She expects us to just change up how things work and I can't abide by it. We've gotten along just fine until now. How could I not? People in this city put their trust in me to keep them all safe. Look, this is getting my blood pressure up talking about this so damn much. You think you can talk some sense into her? Be my guest. Otherwise, I suggest you leave defending this city to the people who spent their lives doing it.
Well, you sure don't look like you're delivering the capacitors I'm waiting for. Something I can do for you? Correction. Mr. Wilson has a disagreement with me. I can't tell if he's just being willfully ignorant or has just entirely misunderstood my proposals. I'm not sure what you've heard, or quite frankly, why this seems to be getting around the way it is. Despite assertions to the contrary, I'm not attempting to run anyone out of a job, or open the city gates to allow Ashta to come pouring in. Nor am I in any way attempting to make a statement about the competence of the current security forces and/or apparatus in Aquila City. I hope that clears things up.
I feel like I just got broadsided by the fine print. Do you know what the hell she just said?
Okay, well, I must need to work on my delivery because I keep having this problem. I need to prove that what I'm working on can make a positive difference. Then you'll see it my way. I could really use some help, in fact, just to make sure this all goes off without a hitch. Would you be willing to place some sensors for me? That is great news. Just take these and stick them in specific spots in the city along the wall. When you're done, come find me. I'll find something to do in the meantime to give myself an air of plausible deniability.
My brother-in-law just got back from on a job.
Thank you for saving me. It's the simple things that bring joy. Hard work? My husband and I work hard to feed Aquila City. You might have had a meal with produce we farmed.
Yeah.
Just keep your gun holstered during your sleep.
I spent a lot of my misspent youth at Aggie's. Watch your back. And your wallet.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? What?
That's because
I'm looking to join a crew. Any openings? No more than the average crew person salary.
Sure, but maybe not that much.
Why is that?
I want to say something. I ain't the best at expressing gratitude, but
The best crew doesn't come cheap.
it really means a lot. You giving me this chance. Thank you for that.
In my experience, the right offer is always worth waiting for.
Not a chance.
Not sure that's the best way to get me on your side. That's as low as I'll go. If you don't like it, look for someone else.
If you're here about the blood stain, I'll get to it when I get to it. Ethan handles all the orders. More and more as time goes on. Plenty of folks looking to get out from under the thumb of the UC, or taking their first steps to being independent. City's been slow to keep up with all the new people. Took them forever to put up the outer walls, and at this rate, they'll need to expand again soon.
You must be a tourist.
Aquila locals know better than to interrupt a man when he's drinking alone. Take it easy. I meant no offense. I'm not the best with people. But since we're already talking, I guess I ought to introduce myself. The name's Ezekiel. Some folks around town call me Easy. Is there something I can do for you? That's right there, my name. Ezekiel. People called me that when I was a kid, and that stuck. A job offer? Huh. I haven't been on a starship in years. Well, maybe it's time to change that. But let me ask you something first. What are you looking for out there? You know, what keeps you traveling? You're one of those, huh? Seems like a common story. I've met plenty like you at the spaceport over the years. Well, for better or worse, you're clearly a person of conviction. If you're serious about your offer, I'll join you. Nope, not asking for a salary. Save your credits for someone who really needs them. If it is, I'll keep it to myself. I know what I'm getting into. Fixing things is my strong suit. I've been working as a handyman around Aquila City for years. I'm also a self-taught expert on Starship shield systems. I guarantee your ship will be in safe hands with me. I'm a hard worker. You can count on that. I can start as soon as you need me to. I'll see you out there. In the meantime, fly safe.
Pardon?
Howdy. If you need something to ease the pain, I can set you up.
Hey, stranger. I think your ship's missing something. Me? I'm the best survivalist around, and I'm looking for work. You interested? On the contrary, you look as tough as they come. I like that in a person. Means you're not afraid to get your boots dirty out in the space lanes. And if that's the case, then you need backup. That's where a hard-blooded guy like me comes in. Well, that's great. Now, I'm not a greedy man, but I expect fair compensation. Got family nearby that need providing for.
A little tight on credits, are you?
I seem to attract the types with big talk and empty pockets.
Okay, okay. You made your point.
That's what I'm hoping.
I think I can swing that. You seem like decent folk. I'd like to help you out. Your loss.
Over there. Tourist?
I give them 3 minutes before the smell chases them out.
Yes, genuine stretch in the nostrils there. Well, they're supposed to sign a warning or something.
As long as they stay clear of Aggies, they'll be fine. And of Mooch.
Well, Mooch isn't exactly dangerous.
But he doesn't do Achilles City.
Might look rough, but the neighborhood's safe enough. Except Alex.
The museum is quaint. I mean, it's clear a lot of love was.
You got some good news, I hope? Well, that's that then. So, this next part, it's a bit delicate. See that guard tower across the way there? I need to get in there and make a few small modifications to the terminal inside. I don't have the processing power to collate all the data that'll be coming in from the sensors. The existing network does. Oh, goodness. I really am bad at communicating sometimes. I have that part well in hand. The, guard standing outside there, he's not gonna let me in. I need you to distract him.
My old man always said I'd be on the wrong side of Aquila security. I guess we're gonna prove him right.
I should only need a few moments. So, I don't know, convince him to take a break or something. Or if you're feeling particularly rebellious, maybe give him some official business to attend to. I believe it's what Davis would refer to as a ruckus. As soon as you've got him occupied, I'll scoot in and out before anyone notices. Okay? Let's do this.
What brings you to the wall? Boredom? Because if that's what you're looking for, you've hit the jackpot. And I'm just supposed to take this on what? Faith? Yeah, I remember now. I'm trying to be reasonable here. I guess I believe you. Just don't do anything I'll regret, okay?
Ecologies are living things. They move, they change. The way we handle Ashta works for now. So we have to be prepared. That's all settled then. Thanks for the assist. Hope you're none too worse for wear. Oh, I intend to. Once enough data has been collected, I'll have the proof I need to convince them, especially Davis, that my technology is useful. If you're curious, come back tomorrow. I might even have preliminary findings.
I was so scared.
I'm feeling good now. You feeling good?
A man should provide for his family.
Would someone really tamper with the data intentionally? I just don't see any other explanation. Oh, it's you! I got the data from the seismic sensors, and I need help. Nothing that would get you in trouble this time. Promise. I need someone to go talk to Davis Wilson. He isn't speaking to me. None of the security folks are, actually. Oh, thank you. It's really nice to hear that when others just don't seem to care. Remember the sensors you helped me set up around the city? Well, Davis Wilson is pretty angry about it. I suppose I should have expected that, but now no one involved with security is willing to talk to me. At all. And I really need to coordinate with them because the data I'm getting from the sensors is, well, it's off. Not what I expected at all. Kinda everything. The timing of the results, the strength of the signals. I did a lot of research on the Ashta before I started this project, and none of it lines up like it should. No, the tech is fine. I never would have put it out there if I had any reservations about that. Look, I know I screwed up here. I went behind Davis's back and did what he told me not to. I don't expect him to talk to me. But this, I'm not gonna lie, it looks an awful lot like someone has been purposely messing with the system. I can't just stroll up and accuse him of anything, but maybe someone, you I'm thinking, could just ask around, see if something is going on. I'd really appreciate it.
Don't mean to be rude, but I got a lot of things on my plate right now, so unless this is important, I'm gonna have to ask you to come back some other time. Well, ain't that just about the last damn thing I need right now? Oh, is she? After going off and doing exactly what she was told not to, she's concerned now? She made my life a lot more difficult, but I don't have time to deal with that right now. I have more important things to worry about. Been tracking Ashta for a long time now, and suddenly their behavior doesn't add up. Probably not a coincidence. Yeah, well, we'll get to that once we figure out what's going on. Now, I need to get back out there and get some eyes on this situation. Since you so interested, looks like you can handle yourself. You want to join me? Yeah, I've heard more than a few hunters say something similar. They nearly all apologize for it later. Gear yourself up however you need to and meet me at the gate. We'll head out from there. All right, you ready to head out there? Okay then. Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers.
Keep it moving.
beat on anything?
Let's keep going. Tracks don't follow any of the paths I expect. What in the hell? This is one of our security bots. Someone sent this thing out to mimic the Ashley. What in the world? Hear that? Eyes up. We got incoming.
I don't think we're alone. Oh, this is it.
People around here think we own Aquila. They're wrong. The Ashta do.
Evening, ma'am.
All right, you ready to head out there? Okay then. Just stick close to me, keep your head on a swivel, and you'll be fine. We'll be back before you know it. And maybe we'll get some answers.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Not enough fight travel yet.
This doesn't make any sense. Let's keep going. Tracks don't follow any other paths I expect them to. It just doesn't add up. Looks like the tracks head this way. What in the hell? This is one of our
least not need not.
What in the world? Shit, you hear that? Eyes up, we got incoming. Asta, incoming!
Ah, that's all right. I think I needed your damn arm. Never mess with a cove. Not like this. Cora. Good work dealing with the Shaw gang. Now let's see if we can find those maps. Next time.
Ashta Burrow. You feel them coming before you see them. You know how to handle yourself. Most times someone encounters an Ashta, they panic. Not you. Now I got even more questions. Who in the hell did this, and why? No, I expect not. Someone from Aquila Security did this. We're the only ones that have access to these robots or can change their orders. I need to check this over, see if I can find some more details. But while I do that, I need you to run back to the city. Check the access logs on the computer in the barracks. Look for whoever signed for this thing last. I'll meet you in the city when I'm done here.
And see if you can get me vid reception. Let me see my stories.
Something to report?
Whoever sabotaged the robot is in for it.
Dealing with a bank robbery. Takes me back. If you need me to haul something, I'm willing. Yep.
think all the students will fit in all at once.
If you're looking for a sidearm, I recommend Laredo's Firearm Factory.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would... a buffet. People have no idea what we do to keep them safe.
Earn our paychecks. Wait, why don't we get paid?
Private sector. That's where the real money's at.
If it weren't for the walls, the whole town would be an Ashta buffet. Oh, hey there. Back already. Davis said something about you going on patrol with him? He's... he's all right, isn't he? Nothing, bad happened out there. Damn it! I thought I deleted those! Look, people getting hurt was never part of it. Davis has just been so stressed over this whole thing with that woman and her sensors, and it's been affecting him on the job. The damn robot was just supposed to stomp around, mess up her data, and then come back. I didn't know it would rile up the Ashta so much, and it wasn't supposed to break down. It won't matter. I really screwed this up.
I don't know. Davis is a stand-up guy. And however dumb your actions were, The reasons weren't. But you might want to update your resume just in case. Ouch. That didn't go well.
The sensors shouldn't cause any disruption at all.
We need to get to the bottom of it. The robot's internals are fried, so I came up empty. You have any better luck than I did? Know who's responsible? You serious? Oh, Bailey, what were you thinking? My own people sabotaging equipment. Whole world's gone crazy. Well, I'm gonna have to go deal with this. Thanks for helping out. I'll kick some credits your way. May not be much, but not made of money around here. You might want to give Miss Alpin some time to get clean data. Might be her research. Well, it might prove useful.
So we're gonna have a house mom?
Carrots are coming in nice. Any damage?
No, just some graffiti. We cleaned it right.
There wouldn't be a settled systems without the Trade Authority. Writing jobs for the Trade Authority. There's always something. Next.
Yeah?
There's a lot
What?
of heat from what? Sorry, I thought you were something else. I'm not sure if we can... Double ray.
Tom's a good man. Sometimes I worry about the company he keeps. These days I hardly see my husband at all. He works the oddest hours.
Oh, you awake? Good. All right, let's get back to that bank vault.
church could open up more of Aquila to settlement. In time. Hey! How have you been? Staying out of trouble?
This is as long as you are courteous to the neighbors.
Didn't I say it was all for a good cause? Things here have been... well, they're better. The ice has thawed a bit between me and Davis. We'll probably never be friends, but at least we're on speaking terms now. I think he finally appreciates the value of my research. Yeah, we're much better as a team, even if it is a cautiously engaged one. In fact, speaking of Davis, I have to confess, I'm a little worried about him. In analyzing the recent data, I've isolated readings suggesting that someone is making patrols far more often than in the recent past. I don't have any direct evidence, but I know it's Davis. It's gotta be. I'm worried that everything I've inadvertently put him through is kinda, I don't know, pushed him over the edge, or at least a little too close to it. I have recognized that Davis has an emotional reaction to my presence. We're on speaking terms, but he still gets agitated. I don't want to make things worse. I'm better with statistics and circuits than I am with people. I've already made a mess of this situation. Do you think you could go speak to him? If nothing else, it would ease my conscience.
Outside the wall, things get dicey. Hostile no joke. In for us. Mind if I take the long way?
I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move. Oh, brother. Why is it every time I see your face, I bet a headache's gonna follow shortly after? All broken up about it, I'm sure. So what can I do for you? And there's the headache. Ah, that woman, I swear. Even though we've smoothed over most of the rough spots, she still manages to strike a nerve without even trying. I'm not quite sure, if I'm being honest. It's a gut feeling. When we were out there and we found that robot, obviously that threw me for a loop. Still can't believe one of my own people will pull a stunt like that, endangering us all. But the more I thought about it, that whole episode doesn't account for some of the tracks I saw out there. Too large, too spread out. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. If there's a bigger Ashta out there, something meaner than what we've seen so far, I have to know. I tell you what, if you and Kiona are worried, why don't you just come with me then? Either I get an extra gun in the fight, or you get to laugh at the old man and say, I told you so. I'll give you a chance to gear up if you need it. And maybe grab the biggest gun you got, just in case. All right. You know, Keone showed me her data. lot of things figured out. I think we can make some real improvements in the future. She had a couple sets of data that she thought were erroneous or something. It seemed to me it might not be. Bigger, faster, Ashta sounds like it matches up with the tracks I've seen. But I tell you, I'm hoping she's right, and it's just a glitch. And no need to tell her I said that. Wouldn't want it going to her head. All right, here we are. Let's head this way. I remember a story from the first time I was here on Aquila. I had totally forgotten about it till recently. Every so often, we get independent types who think that they can succeed where everyone else has failed. Some of them stride off into the wilderness, certain that they're going to make more credits than anyone in history. Mining, botany stuff, whatever. Warnings just don't get through to them. Most of them don't come back. But this one-time miner from some corporation or other, he drags himself back into the city bloody and half dead. Claimed he seen an Ashta big as a house out there. The older guys all said he was delirious. And me, well, I was new as anything and just listened to him. Now, though, I'm wondering if maybe it wasn't just blood loss and heat stroke. Maybe he really did see something. Maybe I should have come out here a long time ago. Shit, that's gotta be it! No matter what happens, you make it back to the city and tell them about this. You hear me? That's one big son of a bitch! We didn't have proof. Nobody will believe us about the Alpha.
You can make a mint off animal parts sometimes.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't think we were gonna make it through that. If you hadn't been with me, no way I'd be standing right now.
Never thought there'd be a day when I saved the Davis Wilson.
You are something else, you know that? We got out alive this one time. That's good. But this ain't gonna be the last time we have to deal with this. Now that we know these things are out here, we need to track them and keep them out of populated areas. And that plan is gonna need everybody. So, I'm gonna swallow my pride a bit here and ask you to go tell Keone what we found. Let her know that her data wasn't an error and that she needs to focus on it. No, of course not. I'm an old man, slow on the move. You can get there so much faster. She'll prefer hearing the news from you anyway. Thanks again for saving my ass. You're handy to have around. That was the granddad of all Ashta there. I mean, you hear the stories in Aggies, but Ashta Alphas are real, and we got the corpse to prove it.
So, what happened? Really? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't trust it. You know, I was really hitting a point where I was starting to think maybe this was all a mistake, that I stuck my nose into something I shouldn't have. Davis was so certain they had everything under control that they didn't want or need my help. But they did, didn't they? Yes, you're right. I need to reevaluate all the existing data. Who knows what else we can get out of it? I need to get to work on this immediately. But while I've been sitting around, I whipped up a little something for you. I thought it was funny. Now that I'm giving it to you, I'm hoping it's not in really poor taste. Anyway, thank you. Again.
Hey there.
finest folk in the settled systems make their home right here. Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Aquila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point to introduce myself to everyone who passes through our fine city. As the founder himself once said, there's no substitute for a warm welcome and a friendly smile. You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know, us folk in the Freestar Collective put great stock in human kindness and generosity of spirit. I like to think that's what sets us apart from our neighbors in the United Colonies. We don't rely on machines or bureaucracy. We rely on each other. I won't pry about what brought you here. That's all of your business and none of mine. However, I'd be more than happy to give you the scoop about the core and Midtown. Midtown's where most of the business and trading gets done. It's not as old as the core because it was built later as the city grew. As the name might suggest, Wallside's the district that runs along the inside of the Great Wall that surrounds the city. It's mostly farmers and other laborers that live down there. They ain't got quite as much space, but it's cheaper, so it all works out. Ah, you must be referring to The Rock. It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. That's also where the Council of Governors holds its occasional strategy meetings. As mayor of the city, I have a seat on the council. The Freestar Rangers are headquartered in the upper floors. They've got the best view of the city. I like to think that means they're always keeping an eye on the rest of us. I have to say, I sleep a little easier knowing the Marshal and his Rangers are up there protecting the Freestar Collective. You really are new around here, aren't you? Aquila's every bit as dangerous as it is beautiful. There are creatures out there that pose a mortal danger to anyone caught out in the open. Foremost among them is the Ashtar. They're quick, strong, clever, and damn good hunters. I'd tell you more, but you might not sleep so good. Thankfully, the wall keeps them out. Long as you stay on the right side of it, you've got nothing to worry about. You've got a few choices there. The cantina in the Rock is famed throughout the settled systems for serving the best brew that credits can buy. The hitching post ain't been open long, but most folks seem to like it. If you're looking for a quick drink before moving on, give it a try. Aggie's is a bit of an acquired taste, you might say. Folks who prefer a venue that's a little more rough and tumble tend to feel at home there. Like I said, lots of options. The core is the oldest district and represents the original settlement dating back to the days of Solomon Coe. The descendants of the original settlers still make their home there today. Frank's just the latest owner of the old Hassanove Manor, and he's the worst, simply the worst. But it's been a problem since the Hassanove family ran out of heirs. There's an old wrong the Cartwrights have been trying to right for decades. And hence, well, I need help. He's just another slick, rude, neon corporate hack, full of himself and just awful. I mean, the core is history itself. Cads like him don't belong here. I was right to talk to you about this. The last Hassanove was Sahar. Sad tale there. By all accounts, when she lost her last grandchild around 40 years ago, well, it broke her. She packed up and just plain left the estate. Built some farm far from Aquila City and the protection of its walls. It didn't take long before the Ashtar overran the farm, and just like that, no more Hassanoves. A lot of folks thought the same. So I need someone to go to the old Sahar farm, brave the Ashta, and see if she left a will. I swear I'll honor her wishes. Aquila owes her family that much. And if it happens to kick Mr. Big Shot out of the Corps, well, that'll be a bonus. Sahar left no heirs, no instructions, so everything the Hassanovs owned was in limbo. What happened to the estate? Well, you'd have to be a lawyer to make heads or tails of it. But eventually it wound up on the open market, so slick neon corporate shills could grace our community. If she named any heir, we could get the estate back where it belongs. See things made right. You are a blessing. Sahar's farm is elsewhere on the planet. If you can't handle Ashta, please just don't go. I don't want this whole sordid story to have more tragedy. Be careful, and look out for yourself. Like I said, be careful. I'd rather you forget. Have a wonderful visit.
I'm just saying, my family was on. You didn't hear this from me. Outlaws, Ashta, those bandits from the Shah gang. This can be a dangerous place. Don't make me regret this now. You ask me, traveling, I'm sure I got what you need. If you're looking for a weapon, I've got... You see him all right. Here's my selection. Sure, Laredo makes some good... Okay. But if you start shooting up the town with something I sold you...